Good morning, everyone, and welcome in. Before we get into this morning's update, and it'll be about a 10 to 12 minute update because I'm a little bit behind this morning and I got to get my son to school by 8:20. So I want to be done with this by no later than 8:05 so that it can upload and I get my stuff ready, going to hit the gym and so on and so forth after I drop him off. But so far this morning, we have seen a bit of a correction. If you were part of the live last night, and we had about 350 people last night, which was absolutely spectacular. The second live last night when I came back, and we were able to watch it in real time as XRP moved up right into our resistance level. We can put it right at 290. It hit $2.90. And within the live last night, we talked about how we had a gap area here right at $2.69, and we can actually measure it into it now because it hit it. But we came down to the first gap area, and now we're going to make a very critical decision today. Is this going to hold this test here at $2.70, or are we going to go down and fill the lower gap at 260? I noticed last night on the live we had two what I would consider short-term fair value gaps, and the first one was right around 270, which it filled. The second one is right around $2.60. Now, I don't know if it's going to come down there, but more times than not, you will fill these in a short amount of time. But we do know we broke out of a pennant flag. We back tested the pennant flag breakout perfectly. And now we're moving by level. So this is actually a spectacular turn of events here. But we do have, a lot of stuff happening today. We got the Gary Gensler stuff going on at about 11:30 this morning. So we'll see what kind of volatility we have today. But if you look at it, we had this little cup that formed, came up. And it's actually back testing the initial part, which is interesting because we came all the way up, filled out the longer cup, but then when you back test, we're back testing kind of a cup and handle right here from this area. But we'll see because the pennant flag broke out. Our technical target's $3.41. But like I said, or like we were discussing yesterday during the live, that you retest these levels. So first layer was $2.70 and we actually held now. But if it needs to come down farther, that further gap, we technically could gap down to 260 and fill that gap. So I don't want anybody to be caught by surprise. I wanted to touch base real quickly this morning. And let me do the intro real quick and then we'll tie this together. And then I'll let you guys go. Good morning. 7:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. And I reside in the great state of Michigan. So despite all of the volatility, XRP still up 3.5% on the day. We went to a swing high around $2.90. We've come back down about 20 cents to $2.70, which is absolutely spectacular. I know some people might be thrown off, but we need to fill that gap. We don't want to leave any fair value gaps on our way up. So now we might even take out $2.60. We can't quite tell. We'll know if that support structure holds or not. Right now with Bitcoin and the 2 hourly, we finally have that golden cross. We were talking about it last night that we were close to the golden cross, and now it happened in the 2 hourly. So this is a bullish reversal here for Bitcoin. Looks like it's set up on a nice flag. We'll see if it plays through. We get some unwarranted volatility to the downside, but it appears to me that we're heading towards 99K here in the short term. And we discussed the Bitcoin heat or the liquidation map, the heat liquidation map. And we took out yesterday down to 89K, which there was a ton of liquidation. I think it was down to 88, but 89, there was a ton of liquidation. 4, 5, 6, 700 million every $50 to $100 once you got below 90K. And we took all of that out. And now we've got liquidity to the top side. And once you approach that 108,000 level, there's about $6.5 to $7 billion, at least from yesterday, that was added in that area of shorts that would be liquidated, and that could have expanded today. We'll take a look at that in the live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the heat liquidation map. I just don't have time today in this morning update. But if Bitcoin breaks out, so we have a rising broadening wedge in Bitcoin, but it also formed what looks like a symmetrical triangle, which is a bullish continuation that formed out of the rising broadening wedge, which means even if this is bearish, we may even come up and hit that 122 at some point. And that could be the end-all, be-all, or it can continue on. But that was the technical target out of the cup and handle for Bitcoin before this rally ever started. We're just getting closer and closer. The symmetrical triangle resistance is 99,900 that we have to break over. So you must pay attention to that as we go today. Must pay attention. Ethereum's down 0.75% back down to 3,200. But it has created a hefty V-shaped recovery. These are typically bullish continuations. And if it holds this support, this might actually be a fundamental setup right here at 3,166. That's where the lowest part of the support. Because this is drawing this, or this pattern is still playing out. Even though it had a volatile pull through, it still played out. It came back to the support. And now if it does play up appropriately, you could suspect a move from Ethereum would go from 3,179 area. And the technical move would be all the way up to 3,670. So that's a 15% move for Ethereum. If that happens, that helps solidify what we're seeing with XRP with that move to $3.40. It helps solidify the fact that that pennant flag would in fact play true. And we would in totality reach our higher of highs. XRP, remember, has not hit $3 since 2018. I mean, put that in perspective. 2018. So we're on the precipice of making history. We're only 25 cents, about 12% away from hitting $3 for the first time in ages. So that's definitely something to be excited about. There's definitely, there's a lot of positive momentum here for XRP, especially where we're at on the chart. That's a positive setup. Like I said yesterday, if you were part of this, I said, this is the most bullish I've ever seen XRP, and I've been doing this for 4 years on March 28th. Obviously, for some of you know, I've not missed a single day of doing updates and lives because I believe in what we do here, and I think you need to look every single day and be on point. Stay transparent with the market. Let's see. CPI announcement we have. We talked about the donation yesterday of XRP or Ripple donated $100,000 to the California wildfire relief. And I just simply said that's nothing more than a tax write-off. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about later, but I want to keep it focused on the charts. We have the XRP market cap, which we already know. The XRP market cap, this is what I had drawn out a long time ago on the XRP market cap, and it's done it. And that's the staggering thing. Like, we've already filled this out, and if you look at it from a daily sense, it's already doing what I was drawing in there for the cup and handle. This would have made it the bullish cup and handle like I drew out, and it is going exactly like I drew out. The scary part of this is you measure the depth of the cup, and we got to go farther back because it's all the way back here. But it's pretty staggering how far this can go. It is pretty staggering how far this can go. And if this gives you any interpretation of what could possibly be coming for XRP, you know, I like to do it at the breakout point. So, yeah, we've already started moving since the breakout point. But the technical target, it's not even close yet. The technical target of this cup and handle breakout and measuring the depth of the cup would get XRP up to 247 billion. That's doubling where we're at right now. Well, not where we're at now, but it still goes up about, that's an $87 billion push for XRP. That would absolutely get us back towards all-time highs. No doubt about it. So with everything we're seeing, it looks like we're setting up for something potentially massive here. Now, like I said, it could break down if we lose 270, not the end of the world. $2.60 is that lower tier fair value gap. I would suspect some kind of volatility because it's leaving it on the chart. And it very often, or about 97% of the time, these gaps are filled. So it's telling us there's lower volatility, but that lower volatility, if filled correctly, could lead us to a massive surge. That's about a 7% drop from here, or 7.2%. If I'm just being honest. No, not 7.2. It's about 6.8 percent. So not the end of the world. Those gaps are there, and we do have a lot of stuff that's going to happen today. Gary Gensler, we've got the CPI reading, so we're going to hear a lot of things today. So it's going to be pretty interesting by the time we get to about 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got the U.S. market waking up now. Some might not even be privy to the fact that XRP went up to 290 overnight, and they might still be behind. But what I want you to take from this is, and then I'm going to release this. We broke up out of the pennant flag, as we know. We back tested the pennant flag. We hit that $2.90, which could be a cycle double top, as we know. So like I said, like I was trying to explain in the live last night, don't be afraid of that, because we have to be honest with ourselves. If it is a double top, we want to know it. We don't want to trick ourselves. But the technical target out of a pennant flag still has much room up to 341. And then the ultimate target is much higher, but the flag target, and not from the pennant itself, but the actual flag, we still have up to 341. But we could very well back test this gap. I called this out last night. Once we get up to 290, that our first back test would be 270. Nick was all over it as well in the live. And then the final back test could be $2.60 if it wants to fill that gap. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, USA or abroad, this is worldwide, and you want the lowest maker-taker fee, BITUNIX. They have XRP, they have many others, XLM and Algo and Casper and AMP and so many others, VeChain, Zill. And you can trade in confidence and privacy, so you don't have to do a KYC, so you can buy and sell and not get hit with the tax hit. I'm not telling you that, but that's the truth. Then you got HOTCOIN, they have VELO, IOTA, and XDC if you're looking for that bunch, plus XRP and many others. Crypto.com is where I use the Crypto Visa debit card. You can do up to $25,000 on the Crypto debit card, and yada, 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 so on and so forth. DGB, Zill, VeChain, Algo, XLM, and all of the bunch. And then with BITUNIX, don't forget, right now they have, for the futures trading, after so much, you can get up to 800 XRP for free. And then if you do $500, you get 10% back, so that's $50. Anywhere from $100 to $500, you get 10% back on your deposit until I think February 12th if you sign up through my link. So that's the way it goes. Hopefully you guys all have a blessed morning. Don't let your emotion dictate your response, and take seriously what I'm saying about these possible back tests here on the fair value gap. We've already tapped the first one, which is fantastic. So maybe we can run out of here. But if you do see it slip below 270, don't be afraid. $2.60 is that lower tier fair value gap that we created two of them by coming up so quickly.